Hi, and welcome back. My name is Alma from twinsmommy.com, and for today I'm going to share with you how to structure a blog post for traffic and ranking potential. This is a post that I wrote called 21 Ways to Realistically Work from Home with a Toddler or Two. All right, so here's the post, and it's already ranking on page 1. I think I'm number 3, so I'll show you a screenshot so you can see where it is. And so you're thinking, wow, how can I structure a blog post so that it can start to rank and get some traffic, right? I want to get Google traffic. I also share this on Pinterest. It already has 85 saves, I guess. I've shared it on Twitter and on Facebook, has some good shares there. So how is this possible? How is this post getting circulated? A lot of it is the type of writing that I do and the structure that I have in my blog post. And so one of my YouTube subscribers or YouTube commenters asked me how to structure a blog post. I thought I'd go through that with you. Of course, this is not going to take away from my core students of Ready, Set, Blog for traffic. If that is something that you want to work towards in gaining that SEO traffic and improving your writing so that you can get lots of comments and engagement as well as shares, then make sure you check out Ready, Set, Blog for traffic. But that will definitely not take away from those who already have bought my course, this video topic. Let's look at some key things that I do to help me rank in Google. Aside from just using a keyword, what I like to do is also make my post credible because, for certain keywords, you're going to compete with big brands. If you're in my niche of working from home and mom stuff, you might compete yourself with Red Tricycle, with Pampers even. Like there might be some big brands out there that have a blog now, Reader's Digest, Better Home and Garden, things like that have a blog and they do talk about working from home and moms. And so some of those keywords might have those brands up top. If you do want to compete with them, you do need to have a strong introduction with some credible sources. And so I do have stats here, 2 stats here, and that helps me. It's right off the bat here. And it also shares with people who don't know me that I am a credible expert because I've been doing this since 2014. So I do have some years behind me that will help people that are brand new to me look and say, wow, okay, so she really knows what she's talking about. And I'm going to keep on reading. And she even has stats. I'm going to keep on reading kind of thing. So, Google does have reviewers to review your content. And so it's nice that if they do, happen to come on this blog post, they can see that I do have credible sources here. That is nice. I do have my image on the side here. This is something that I changed years ago. In the very beginning, I had my pin image right in the front, right here, real big. But since I want to gain more SEO traffic and Pinterest is, it's very fickle. It really wants to push out, promotional pins, shopping pins and things like that. And not very favorable at the moment for just, blogging type of pins here. So I'm putting this on the side here with a save it button. So if that is possible with your theme and what you can do, I do suggest you have a feature image on top right before I have to scroll. So right before the scroll, you have an image. There are many blog themes out there that don't have that. They just have text. And if you want to turn people off, that is too overwhelming for people to jump on, especially on mobile. That's all they see is a big block of text because one sentence can take up the whole room of the mobile phone. On the mobile phone, I think I do have a couple of sentences and then the image. As long as they can sort of see when they're scrolling, they can see the image right away. I guess at first scroll on the phone and on web, it's right there. I do have more people reading on mobile, so you need to be aware of that too. Play around with the image. I have other blogs that have the image right off the bat, but I've recently been playing around with just having it on the side here. And it hasn't hurt me at all with ranking potential or gaining views from mobile and desktop. That is what I suggest for the introduction. I'm not going to go into having the type of writing that you do, engaging writing. That's something, again, that would be in Ready, Set, Blog for traffic. Consider that if you want to take the next step in your blog. The first thing you want to do when you have a topic, this is a list post. So I do believe in having list posts as a better strategy. It's easier to write, is to set up your list post. Now you can go right away into your list. Definitely that's a great blog post structure, but I do want to add more keywords, more things. And so if you have an H2 of a keyword, I believe this is a keyword either on Pinterest or on Google, then that's just more opportunity for Google to say, okay, well, here's another keyword that it can rank for. Your blog can rank for hundreds and thousands of keywords. My new niche site has, I think, 700 keywords now for the blog posts that I have, and I don't have many blog posts, especially one of them has like 50 keywords. So that's pretty cool. But so I have another keyword that will just open up the type of content. Since this is a how to work from home realistically, I do want to stop before I give them just a a list, because a lot of blog posts, if you search this topic, it's just a list of the basics. I want to make it more unique. And so you really need to dig into your experience and how you can structure your blog post so that it's different. So Healthline is the number one for my keyword here. And so you can see they don't have a list post, but they go right into the list post. So you can see it's just the same, like plan, here's stick to a schedule. Here's something a little bit different. Play dates, talk about screen time, making the most of nap time. I mean, in all honesty, these aren't like hardcore new ways. And there's not a lot. I think there's only 8. So, I have 21. And so I want to structure my post a little bit differently and start with something that will impact them the most, which is having a solid schedule. But I don't even think I give them a schedule. I get them thinking about it. These are the questions that are important. And once you can figure that out, then you can develop your schedule as a stay-at-home mom. All right. I also go into how to work from home with a toddler, another keyword. And so I talk about my own day, what it looks like. And then here is where I share. I also have more help if you have a baby. I have more ways here. But here is how I start dress for the day. In your blog post structure, you might want to go and take a look at the top ranking posts and how they start their post. What is their number one in their list? Make yours different, because most likely people who are searching for this are going to different blog posts and reading if there's anything different. This is a little different. I have dress for the day. This is also different. Play with your toddler before work. And I do have a picture of that showing that. Have dedicated workspace. Again, these are all a little bit different than what you see on all of these types of blog posts. Having a list like that is important. Of course, you can have the basics of, if there's only the same list for, let's say, cleaning a bathroom, you have the same list of, step 1, remove the items from your counter. You can't really change it. What you can do is maybe add a funny story. You can add a video. You can add something different just to spice it up, to make it different and unique. Maybe you can have a checklist underneath that first item so that people would be more inspired to keep on reading. That's something to consider. If your niche doesn't allow a lot of creativity, it has to be sort of structured. A lot of that is with my freelance writing blog. I mean, there's only so much I can write about. It's the same process. So I have to think of outside the box and different ways I can present that information. With working from home, everyone writes about that. If you're a work from home mom and you have a work from home blog, you're going to write about how to work from home. And I have several posts on that. I wanted to make this just a little bit different than my other work from home blog posts that I have on Twins Mommy. So here's a long list post. I just go through, and these are things that I created and thought of myself. I have my list here and I have supplemental images. Break up your list with images, with bullet lists, all of that. Break it up so it's easy to read. Images really help with that. I have an H2 for the next section of my blog post. Now, if you don't have that, if it's just the straight up list, then you can end with a conclusion. So I have this extra bit here, but I like to have like a formal conclusion. I don't always have just like a one sentence at the end of like my last list. I'll have a sentence say, oh, there you go. I hope you liked it. Comment below. You can do that and that's fine. But as a freelance writer, I do get paid for my content. So I want a full blog post to give to my clients. And so that means having a conclusionary paragraph that sums up for my clients. I'm summing up what I wrote, but have a H2 for your conclusion. You can even term it conclusion if you want. For clients, I do here you go. Lately, I've been just adding another keyword as my conclusion paragraph. And then I do my there you go, here you go, hope you liked it kind of thing. And I do my call to actions, pin this post. I want to hear your suggestions. Tell me in the comments what you do and yada yada. And then I have my lead magnet here. I have my share buttons and then I have more posts that people can go into if they like what they read. This is a plugin, I believe. Although I think my husband coded it, so it's not a plugin, but they do have like a related post plugin that you can use for this option if you want to do that. It does keep readers longer. That and then just reading my author bio, that's important too. In your blog post structure, have an author bio somewhere. If it's on the sidebar, or if it's on the bottom somewhere, just to know who's writing this content. And then the comments below. That's the structure that I have here to help me rank this post. It's long form too. Now I'm going to show you what I give to my writers to help write the content for my my niche site to help it rank in Google. So here's my latest blog post for my niche site on how to clean old grease from kitchen cabinets fast and easy. And so you can see here's the structure that I have right here. Now, this niche site is for mostly affiliate marketing. So you're going to see my list as product based, but then I also offer value. I have DIY stuff that you can do. And then I have more information on how to prevent grease buildup. But you can see these are all just encased with lists. Easy to write, easy to structure. If you can fill your blog post with just a lot of lists and then pepper an H2 and then a list and an H2 and a list, that's a nice structure to have. And that's what I've been giving my writers. So let me show you what they get. So here is what a writer gets from me. I write all of this for them. So I do the heavy work up front and they just have to write the content. I give them all the H2s. I give them all the keywords they need to use. I give them everything. I didn't list the keywords here. I removed it, but this would be a long section, row upon row of keywords, related keywords that I get from using Ahrefs. All right. It's a paid SEO tool. I give them the title. I give them the main keyword, which is in the title, and then the alternate keywords underneath. And then I let them know to find natural ways to link to other posts. And then I tell them, like, for the introduction, it's pretty much the same of the avatar that I want. So for the writer, they need to know that, this is not a mom blog. I'm not talking about a mom. This is for young people in their first apartment or getting their first home. I do mention, how often to include the keywords. And then I do mention to include quotes if you can to make it more credible from actual sources, from a news site, from an author, from a cleaning expert, because that will help me with adding credible sources to my content and helping it rank better. And then I go into my H2s. You can see I have my H2s and I use keywords for that. And then what my writer does is I tell them what to do. So in this subheading, I want you to list Amazon products. In another post, I'm going to have them list Wayfair products, but it's product heavy. So my first topic is going to list those products right off the bat. And then I'm going to give them more ideas. So they want a DIY solution. Here are my DIY solutions. And then the value is at the end to prevent grease buildup. Not all my structures on this site is like that. If I have an ideas post, it's just all the ideas right away. I might have a little section on top of here are the main, products you need for these ideas. I might do that. But that's generally how I would structure, especially if you're doing like affiliate marketing, is something like that. So if I look at an ideas post, here's an ideas post. So I have my introduction. It's quite long. I want a long introduction for that content. Each of these posts are around 2,000 words. I do have my keyword here and another introduction to get into my actual affiliate marketing. So I don't push my affiliate marketing too high. I want, again, for the Google people who are reading the content, that this is not just dribble of just affiliate products, affiliate products, affiliate products. I do want some value in my content. So I have all this content in the beginning. Then I give them the products that they need for these ideas here. And then I give them the ideas sometimes and I pepper out the products. I have different structures depending on what I want to do. For this post, the idea are products like use a bedside caddy, use some floating shelves. Here are some products you can use. And then I pepper it with a pin to show you, why don't you try this? And I give them options here. So I have an ideas post like that. Hopefully that helped you with how to structure your blog post to help it rank. Like I said, this post is ranking on page 1. It's number 3, I believe, for the keyword. Making it long form, I would believe 2,000 words generally, but depending on your niche, if it's a recipe niche, lifestyle niches, you can get away with 1,500 words. Entertainment niche, it's more image heavy. You don't need to write as much, but if you do want it to rank, I would at least 1,200 words to 1,500 words. And then to ensure that you have some way of ranking, 2,000 words is a nice, area to focus on and to provide lots of different subtopics in your content. You want people to come to your post and read it, and then that's it. They don't want to you end their journey there. If you keep having readers go back to Google and click another post and then go back to Google and click another post, Google gets those signals. Oh, well, they didn't stay on the Twins Mommy post, so I'm not going to rank it higher. It's going to stay, on page 2 kind of thing. You want to sort of write the post and have the reader end their journey. Give them all that they need to do whatever it is in your blog post. All right, hopefully that helped you. Let me know in the comments below if you need more help on structuring your blog content. And as always, if you are interested in ramping up that traffic, this is a great time to start right now. For the last quarter, you can get a lot of traffic and a lot of income. Then consider enrolling in Ready, Set, Blog for Traffic. All right, and I'll see you in the next video.